On Monday we got confirmation of several of the rules for the Imperial Guard, but now that there is interest I can look into the rumours for various other units not mentioned by Games Workshop in their faction focus on the Astra Militarum. I have gone through message boards like Facebook, Reddit and other weirder places to find and compile the rumours. So my source is them, a third-hand whisper from a guy who works at Games Workshop, and a very nice lady whose source was "Trust me, bro." That is the level we are working on. Of course, if she had said "Trust me, darling," then it would have been a much better quality source. The historian in me recognizes that these are not super credible, and if you do want only the confirmed parts, then I have linked the video at the end of this video, and it is in the description next to my subscribe button and my Discord link. But it could be fun, and thanks for sticking around if you are interested in these rumours. To give it a base amount of credibility, I've got 3 tiers for the information. Rumour, which is probably not true but sounds interesting, and that's what we're here for at this stage. Not cold hard factoids, but a spoonful of internet soup. There is guess. That is what I expect to see, not hope for, but expect to see based on the correct information I have been following closely and my long history of playing Imperial Guard and other armies through many editions. I have been playing since 2nd edition. Then there is no. For the things that have been confirmed by an official Games Workshop source, like their Facebook page, a YouTube video, Twitch livestream, or Warhammer community article. Anything confirmed as wrong, I'm not going to mention because that would confuse things. I have certainly missed other rumours, but there are limits to what you can find. Alright, now we know the system, let's face plant into this and go through the units. Ironhand Straken and the Cadian Castellan will be independent characters that can join infantry units. The command squads, I expect, will have the lone operative rule and follow around guard infantry as opposed to joining them for one massive squad of something like 25 guys. They can all give orders to infantry with the regimental keyword, and it is known that the Militarum Tempestus command squad and the Militarum Tempestus squads, Stormtroopers, will have this regimental keyword. So I think we'll see a much greater integration of the Stormtroopers, which have otherwise felt like they were bolted on to the regular Imperial Guard army. There will be no Lord Commissar. All of them will just be the regular Commissar, with the exception of Commissar Colonel Imbram Gaunt. Him and his mates in Gaunt's Ghost will still be able to issue orders. So those are giving orders to regimental units. Lord Solar Leontus can give orders to regimental infantry and to vehicles. Tank commanders can only give orders to other tanks. Even though they function much like a Castellan, the Death Corps Marshal will still be its own unit, and it is still sold by Forgeworld, although it will be getting an Imperial Armour style Forgeworld rules rather than appearing in the main set of index cards. For the Battleline units, there are 4 different types: Cadian Shock Troops, Catachan Jungle Fighters, Death Corps of Krieg, and the Infantry squads. They will all still be kicking around, and all of them can have squads of up to 20, either being one squad of 10 or a squad of 20. The rule for the Cadian Shock Troopers is that when they've taken an objective, it is your objective until the enemy takes it from you, essentially giving you sticky objectives as they plant a flag on it. The rumour is that the Death Corps of Krieg will have a 6+ feel no pain, but have a 5+ feel no pain if they get onto an objective. Essentially, they are the ones that hold positions and stay there until they die. I don't know anything about the Catachan Jungle Fighters, but my expectation is that they will get +1 strength compared to the other units, and when they attack an enemy on an objective, they will get sustained hits in close combat, much like they do at the moment, where a 6 to hit for them gives you an extra wound roll. For the infantry squads, the Cadian Shock Troopers, their sergeant only has the option of the autogun or the chainsword and las pistol. Any other options like power fist and power sword are gone. This is because they're no longer equipped with those on the sprue that the box set is sold with, and following Games Workshop's change in policy, anything that the unit can't be equipped with from the sprue itself, it can't be equipped with in the battle. Infantry squads will retain the ability to have power swords and power fists, and these are one of the few things in the unit that actually cost points. It's 1 point for a bolt pistol instead of a las pistol, which is sensible as it's an increase of 1 in strength. All of the special weapons will be equal points, so that increased strength grenade launcher may look quite useful, but can still lose out to the plasma gun and melter gun, which are more specialised roles, as does the flamer for taking out infantry but auto hitting. The weapon choices, certainly for the Cadian shock troopers, is known, and the Death Corps of Krieg will only be able to be equipped with special weapons that come on the veteran Death Corps of Krieg squad sprue, while Catachan jungle fighters are stuck with flamers as their only option. For the other infantry squads, the regular infantry squads, the power fists and power swords will still cost points, and I'm told that the points of all these units will remain roughly similar to what we currently have. This is substantiated by another source where I can see that the points mentioned on this leaked Crusade sheet are very similar to what we have at the moment. An 80 point Primaris Tech Marine, currently the points for a Primaris Tech Marine is 70 points. So very similar, if not exactly the same points for all of the units we currently have. The Chimera grants you an ability of the mobile command vehicle, so in your command phase an officer embarked within the transport can issue orders even though he's not on the battlefield. This is something that is known and been shown off by Games Workshop when they talked about transports. What is a rumour is that the Chimera will have a toughness of 9 and a 3+ save and be able to transport 12 models. For the elites, I've already said that the Commissar will be the only type of Commissar, and they will be able to join infantry units to give them support. There is no Commissar Yarrick, not even as a Legends Index datasheet card. Looks like he really is dead. The Rattling Snipers will get the Precision special rule, which allows them to target characters when there's still bodyguards left still alive. Sgt Harker will be a Catachan only character, so he can only join other units of Catachan jungle fighters, and makes them better as well as providing a heavy bolter. Whereas Sly Marbo, the other Catachan character, will gain Lone Operative, sensibly, and be able to go around assassinating enemies. Ogryns will gain Toughness 6, making them very resistant to light arms like las gunfire, but they will lose their ability to reduce damage by 1. This makes sense since we haven't seen it anywhere else, and units have only been getting an increased toughness, armor save, or wound characteristic. The Death Riders will persist as their own unit, even though Attilan Rough Riders and them fulfill basically exactly the same role with exactly the same equipment. This is so Games Workshop can continue selling them separately through Forgeworld at a very big price. Rough Riders and Sentinels will have the regimental keyword, which allows them to benefit from stratagems like reinforcements, and also mean that they can receive orders from infantry officers. Not sure about that one. However, the Artillery of the Field Ordnance Battery and the Heavy Weapon Squads will be regimental infantry and will receive orders from the regular officers. This is much as it works at the moment in 9th edition. The only issue now is that we don't have splash orders, so you'll have to order them directly rather than going for a squad nearby and hitting the whole lot. The Leman Russ battle tank will have toughness 10, and I don't think that was confirmed. No, they've only shown off the profile for the battle cannon, which is strength 10. Possibly some confusion there. The Leman Russ being toughness 10 may seem a little low, particularly when we have the repulsor already shown off as toughness 12. However, we don't know the Leman Russ's save, even as a rumour. Guessing it'll be a 2+ save, so that will balance it against the repulsor's toughness 12 and 3+ armor save. Also, you should remember that toughness 10 does mean that melter guns and plasma guns will be wounding it on a 5+, much like they were in 5th edition against the side armor. The different cannons available will be the same points, so the rumour says, with additional points for the sponsons and a top-mounted gun like the Stormbolter or Heavy Stubber. The different kinds of turret will be specialised to do different kinds of jobs. Punisher is massively good at light infantry and not much else. Vanquisher Cannon is great at taking out enemy vehicles, but not infantry. And the Leman Russ Battle Cannon is a relatively good all-rounder, much like its lesser mainline battle tank. The Rogal Dorn battle tank will have a higher toughness, but going to toughness 12, which puts it between the Baneblade's toughness 13 and the Leman Russ's toughness of 10. In 9th edition, the Rogal Dorn battle tank was a little bit overshadowed point for point compared to the Leman Russ. This seems to balance it out quite a bit, as the toughness of 12 means that even strength 6 things will only be wounding it on 6s. And the Rogal Dorn battle tank is more likely to appear in your regular battles compared to a Baneblade, so I'm willing to give this one credence for now. The las cannons that squads are equipped with are strength 12, so that's wounding a Rogal Dorn battle tank on a 4+, with an AP of -3 and doing d6 + 1 damage. This in itself is known because it was confirmed on the Baneblade data card that was shown off by Games Workshop on Monday, and the weapons only get sillier from there, as we see that the Volcano Cannon has strength 24, a range of 96 inches, with -5 AP doing 12 damage. So that is going to eliminate pretty much any other tank in the game, and will probably put a dent into a Chaos or Imperial Knight, but we don't know their toughness and wounds yet. A lot of other units that were only available through Forgeworld or the Imperial Armour book series, such as the Elysian Sniper Squad and Elysian Drop Sentinels, they will persist as a separate set of data cards, at least at the start, to give you a set of legend rules, but these are unlikely to be updated further into 10th edition. Here we've come to the end of this very shaky Rumours video. It covers most of the things that I could find, and I very rarely cover Rumours at all, so please don't at me if this is all going to turn out to be rubbish. I'm expecting most of it to be rubbish, but the truth is rarely very interesting. I've included a video here on the units relating to Forgeworld that I just mentioned, so you can check that out yourselves if you so wish. And we'll be getting back to some regular confirmed content, as well as tactics and advice going forward. So I hope to see you there in those videos. Have a great day of 40k, my viewers and darlings.